And nobody stops them. Nobody tells them, oh, madam or sir, shut up or don't talk or you can't do that. No, I hope you're not putting anything inside this toilet. I was like, no, no, no. Hi guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hello, you're welcome. My name is Obuewevanessa and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber who currently lives in China. If at some point of this video you feel like, I like this girl, I like her vibes, I like her content, I want to see more of her videos, then my dear, do the right thing by clicking the subscribe button and doing what? Joining the family, okay? It's that simple. As you're subscribing, as you're pressing that subscribe button, press the notification bell, please. You see just one small tiny bell somewhere by the left or right. Just click it so that whenever I post a video, YouTube will be like, see, your girl Uche has uploaded a new video. Run to YouTube now and be one of the first to watch it. I feel like I do like this too much, but I don't know, I can't just talk like this. I have to use my hand. I have to use my hand to, explain and all that. So today's video, let's just get right into it. I'm going to be telling you guys 5 things, I don't know why I'm doing like this, 5 things that you can't do in China, okay? It's not allowed. Is in no way, like, it's not like in a bad light or anything. I'm literally just, educating people out there who might want to come to China one day, okay? Just so that they have an idea of what they can do here and what they can't do. And things that I didn't know as well before I came to China. Things that I found out while living here. So if that's something you're interested in, keep watching, okay? Number 1 is dun 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 dun. Okay, sorry. Number 1 is that you can't flush tissue paper in the toilets here in China. Yes, okay? I'm going to explain. So when I came to China first in 2019, I moved into my hostel and I started living in the dorm. And a couple weeks later, my toilet would always clog. Like, I would use the bathroom, I would flush it, and it wouldn't flush, okay? This happened a couple of times, and I would go downstairs and tell the hostel administrator, i.e. my toilet is clogged. Is it clogged? Yeah, I think that's the word. It's not flushing, the water keeps coming up. And she would call the plumber, and he would come and, help me fix it and go. But then it kept happening. And on one particular day, the plumber was like, excuse me, dear. He was like, do you flush your tissue paper? Do you put your tissue paper, like when you're done with like number 1 or number 2? I feel like this is a bit of TMI, too much information, but then again, it's something we all do. He was like, why is your toilet always clogging? Do you put tissue inside the toilet? And I was like, yes. I was like, yes, I put tissue in the toilet. Where else will I put the tissue? And he was like, no. You cannot flush you can't flush tissue. You can't put tissue in the toilet and flush it. That I have to get a dustbin and be putting the tissue inside. I was like, hold up. I remember I was like, I don't understand. What do you mean? Like, I don't get. And this isn't how it's done in Nigeria. So obviously I came to China and I was living like, how I was living in Nigeria. We go to the bathroom, whether it's for number 1 or number 2. When you're done, you wipe, you do what you're doing, put it inside the toilet, and you flush. So that's what I was doing. And he was like, no, that I'm not meant to put any tissue, anything at all inside the toilet, that I'm meant to get a dustbin and put in my toilet and, just be putting the tissue inside the dustbin. And I was like, child, I was like, yeah, I don't think that's... I'm not sure that worked for me. And it's so funny that I'm filming this video now because a couple days ago, I had an issue with my wash hand basin in my bathroom. And I had to call the hostel administrator. She had to, tell the plumber that I needed him. And when he came and he was fixing the wash hand basin, he was like, there's no dustbin in your toilet. And I already knew why he was saying that. I told him, yes, that my dustbin is outside. He was like, no. You should have a dustbin inside your toilet. I hope you're not putting anything inside this toilet. I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not putting anything inside the toilet. And besides, this is not why I called you. I called you for something else. He was like, he knows, but he's just trying to make sure that I'm using the toilet correctly. I feel like I feel so weird talking about this because it's a lot of information. But yeah, so if you're lucky enough, like if I'm lucky enough, like I go to the bathroom and then I want to have my bath in here, I'll use water, just do that. If not, my dear, I don't know, don't ask me what I do, but let me know below in the comment section. How is it like in your country? Do you like put tissue inside the toilet and flush, or do you put it inside a waste bin? Is there a waste bin in your toilet where you do that? Also, is it, I don't even know, because I've never even asked like, why is this so? Like, why is it done like this? Is it like the best? Is this the best method for like the environment? I don't know why it's this way, but it's definitely not a thing in Nigeria. And I remember at a point too, sorry, before we move to the next point, at a point my mind was just telling me, especially for that number 2, because I'm like, if I put, I said, won't it smell? Won't it just have an odor? Also, my bathroom has like other things, like my sponge that I used to scrub my body, my skincare products. So I'm like, yeah. Number 2 of things you cannot do in China. Now, if you're coming to China anytime soon, or even in the far future, especially if you're coming from an African country, because I believe a lot of African countries are really, really religious. And, we grew up hearing people preaching on the road, preaching in buses, even coming into our houses to preach to us and tell us about their God. Now, it's not something you can do in China, okay? Growing up in Nigeria, personally growing up in Nigeria, seeing people preaching is like a normal thing. Especially if you're traveling like long distance, you're moving from point A to point B. We all know that when we alight, when we, enter inside the bus, when the bus takes off, there's always someone to just stand up and say, somebody shout hallelujah. And they start preaching and telling you about God. And nobody stops them. Nobody tells them, oh, madam or sir, shut up or don't talk or you can't do that. No, it's like people even join. Most time people join, we clap, we sing and all that. So there's no problem with that. But here, you can't do that, okay? You can't see someone telling you about their God on the road. In fact, when I came into this school, when I came to China, my school gave us a list of things that we weren't allowed to do, and it says specifically that you're not allowed to talk about religious things, religious activities. You're not meant to talk about these things in public, but if you're inside your room, if you're alone in your alone time, nobody is stopping you from praying or talking to your God. Of course you can do that, but it's just not allowed outside. It's just not allowed. You can't just walk up to someone. You know how back then, a particular denomination in Nigeria, I don't want to call their name, a particular denomination in Nigeria, every Saturday they'll come to your house, they'll knock, they'll say, oh, I'm here to tell you about God, and they will share all these pamphlets and all, talking to you about God. You can't do that here. They will arrest you, my dear. Don't try that if you ever come to China. Number 3 on my list is discussing politics, okay? We all come from different countries. We all have different governments working in a different countries. So maybe in some countries you're allowed to talk about politics openly, in a restaurant, in a bar, people banter and talk about politics and all that. It's not allowed here. And I want to say specifically for foreigners, honestly, if you're coming to China and you're a foreigner, don't involve yourself in political things. Like, honestly, just mind your business. It's not allowed for you to just go outside and be like, oh, the government did this, oh, the government. No, love, okay? Mind your business. If someone even comes and start asking you, oh, what do you think about so, just say good. Just say good. Good. Is it good? Yes, it's good. Don't talk about sensitive things. Don't talk about, especially even on the internet, okay? Don't talk about like the political leaders in the country, their rules and regulations, especially if maybe you want to come and criticize their government or their leaders. It's not allowed, okay? You can't do that. That would be you putting yourself in trouble. If in your country you can talk about political sensitive stuff openly, nobody is coming to ask you to stop or to shut up, that's in your country. But when you come to China, zip it, okay? Number 4 of things you cannot do in China is use foreign social media. Yes, okay? So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all these things, you can't use it here. I'm sure you're wondering, okay, you cannot use YouTube in China. How come you are here posting videos? Well, that's where VPN comes in, okay? A lot of the apps that I use to communicate with my family back home, you actually can't use it here. You're not supposed to use it here. But you know, we have a VPN which helps us connect to the outside world. So yes, if you want to come to China in future, I would highly advise that you download a VPN. Not just one, download like 3 or 4 to be very honest, because sometimes one might be acting up. You might have to try the other one or the other one. Currently on my phone, I have maybe 4 or 5 because sometimes one is just not enough. And I obviously have to, you know, keep in touch with my family members because they use WhatsApp and they use Facebook and Instagram. They don't have all these Chinese apps. They don't even know how they work. So yeah, this particular point is obviously, it's not as if you can't do it. I mean, that's what they say, you know, it's blocked, but we find a way to do it still. So yeah, this one is actually it's not that serious, okay? But the other ones I've mentioned before this, take it very, very seriously, okay? Last on my list of things you can't do in China. Before I go on, let me know below in the comment section, which one has shocked you the most? Which one has shocked you the most? Which one didn't you know about? Which one can you do in your country, but you know, us here in China, we can't do? Please let me know in the comment section. I want this to be like kind of like a, you know, gist section. Is this section? I'll be session. Sorry, session. I want this to be like a gist session. I actually love conversations. I love talking. So I'll be doing like more sit-down videos where you guys just kind of, you know, get to hear my thoughts on things, or I get to tell you guys what's happening around me, and you know, I also get to hear from you guys. So let me know below in the comment section. Number 5 on my list is protesting, okay? Growing up in Nigeria, protesting was like a normal thing. Obviously, these are like 2 different governments, so I'm not comparing the 2 different governments. I'm just telling people who might not know that you can't do this here, okay? You're not allowed to do this. So growing up in Nigeria, protesting was like a normal thing. You know, I would see people just holding those big placards, you know, just trying to protest against something. Maybe the government isn't paying their workers, you know, instances like that where teachers haven't been paid, workers aren't being paid, maybe the government has increased school fees of public schools or something. You know, people gather and make placards, write all their demands on like cardboard sheets and all that, and they hit the street, you know, shouting stuff like, oh, we no go agree, oh, we no go agree, and just talking and all that. So yeah, you can't do that here. So in case you ever find yourself in China, just know that you can't protest. So if you come to China and someone is trying to like, you know, tell you, oh, come, there's like a group gathering, there's something happening, we want to protest against this, or child, run, okay? Run for your dear life. Just tell them, oh, don't worry, I'm coming. I'm coming. Just be going. Be going. I'll meet you later. Because yeah, just try and distance yourself from anything that has to be protesting or gathering in a group to go and fight against something. It doesn't happen here. It's not allowed here. One of these things shocked you the most? Which one of these things didn't you know about living in China? Please share your experiences with me, okay? Yeah, that's basically it about things that you can't do in China. Let me know if you currently live in China. Is there something I missed? Is there something I didn't add? Let me know below in the comment section, okay? And yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed watching this video, do not hesitate to, you know, click the subscribe button, join the family, like, subscribe, and, you know, just do all those good stuff that you know will help my channel. You guys, I'm trying so hard to be consistent, and I know that I can do it, okay? As long as you guys are watching, commenting, it will definitely keep pushing me to push out more content, okay? All right, see you guys in my next video. Bye.